Every once in a while, you stumble upon a game that you know will make it into your Game of the Year list, regardless of what anyone else thinks. The Book of Unwritten Tales 2 is one of those games. A point-and-click adventure game from the developer King Art and published by Nordic Games that is an absolute thrill to play and watch. Keep in mind that the game is still in early access on Steam, and the 4th chapter was just released, with more changes and additions to come. The game is packed full of tributes, references, jokes, and hat tips to countless beloved fantasy works, ranging from Monsters Incorporated to The Lord of the Rings, from Portal to Minecraft. This game brings it all into a tasteful and hysterical adventure that doesn't mash all of the tributes into one hodgepodge of a story, but tells its own completely unique story with Easter eggs at every corner. Seeing the Allspark next to the helm from Skyrim and the character comment on both in passing was nothing short of brilliant. But again, they are nothing more than a reference to smile at, and have no real bearing on the gameplay or story. The game itself, however, goes beyond the traditional game rules for a point-and-click adventure, even to the extent of changing graphical, audio, and gameplay styles midway through a section of Chapter 2. Now, each chapter is given to a different main character, with a whole different part of the story to tell. Each character is alive and rich, giving you a completely different enjoyment from playing. The voice acting and fun character designs give the dialogue and adventure a full and laughable experience. The detail within even the characters' clothing or moods is impeccable and worthy of note. Then place these detailed, enjoyable characters in a creative and dangerous adventure with mind-blowing puzzles, then you have an idea of what the Book of Unwritten Tales 2 is like. The puzzles are not your run-of-the-mill button puzzles. These are full, complex puzzles that require either uninterrupted contemplating or a step-by-step guide alongside you, both of which are completely plausible methods of gaming without losing the joy of the game. Now, with a game so polished and detailed, there are bound to be issues that hide in the cracks, bugs that surface periodically, that must be mentioned. First, there are several places where the text dialogue and the verbal dialogue do not match, where the character is verbally saying one thing and the text is displaying another, most times having the text be correct and logical. And in these moments, the dialogue will often shuffle itself up as well, putting the comments and retorts in differing orders, and turning the conversation between two characters into a dialogue between two Yodas. Also, there are several places where, if you aren't careful, you can perform a puzzle-solving move out of order and completely lock yourself out from actually solving the puzzle. A perfect example would be when your task is to get rid of several flying pig fairies known as kobolds. To remove one, you have to open two windows, one to act as a ramp to the outside, the other to hit the kobold onto the ramp, both timed at the single moment when the kobold lands in front of the window. These windows, however, are controlled by levers, and if you grab them out of order, it puts the kobold into an automatic of constant flight around the windows, never landing to give you a second chance of hitting it. That task is a main quest for one of the chapters, and if it isn't completed, the gamer is stuck. These bugs, however, are nothing more than fine-tuning of already amazing game design and mechanics. And since the game is still in early access, there is plenty of time to catch the bugs along the way. Without a doubt, the Book of Unwritten Tales 2 is a must-have for any point-and-click or classic adventure gamer. Check out their early access page on Steam for more information and release dates.